What's up guys, welcome to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to safely stab someone's neck with the help of Photoshop, After Effects and some editing magic. So let's get started. So this is the final shot from our latest horror short film Merry Christmas. In this scene, Bad Santa is stabbing a candy cane through our actor's neck. If you haven't watched the film already, be sure to do that first by clicking up here or take a look at the description where it's linked. So first, let's take a look at what we need to prepare before the shoot. Of course, we need to have our candy cane, knife prop, billiard pole, or whatever it is that you want to stab through someone's neck. In our case, we had the candy cane, and since I could only order a pack of 42 on Amazon, those were plastic ones and not real candy canes, we had enough spare ones to create a prop copy. Even though some already came broken, I took a fully intact candy cane and cut it right on the round part so that Santa, in this shot me, could have something in his hand to act out the stabbing. Even though you can't really see that I'm holding something here at all, this could just be a blank hand as well. Trust me, I had it in my hand right there. When it comes to the shooting, I wanted to have a bit of movement in the scene, so we did the shot with the camera following the stab from Santa to the victim. Here's the unedited shot. As you can see, there is no candy cane sticking out from the neck. Yet. But that shot is not everything we got on location. I also held the candy cane in the exact same spot that we did the stabbing motion in, to have the exact same lighting on the candy cane we will use as our asset so that everything matches up correctly. I rotated it in a few directions and angles so that I can find a perfect match for our asset, and that was it from the shooting. Now let's jump onto the computer. First, I skipped through our footage for the candy cane and exported a still frame that was working for me. Of course, compared to the stabbing shot. Then I brought that still frame into Photoshop to cut it out from the background with the quick selection tool, and then adjusted all of these select subject settings to my likings before I created a layer mask. Of course, that process depends on your specific neck stabbing device. Next, we jump into After Effects. I started out with creating a null object called Tracker Neck, and then tracked the motion of our victim's face to stick the candy cane to his neck. Once the track was completed, I edited the target and applied it to the null object, and then brought in the cutout candy cane asset. Once the candy cane was adjusted to the right spot, I also added a gunshot wound, flesh wound hole, basically something where the candy cane was sticking out so that it doesn't just float next to the neck. I color adjusted the flesh wound with lumetric colors, made a small mask around it and feathered it to blend it better with the neck, and also made it a 3D object to better adjust the rotation in regards to the neck. I also blurred it a little bit. Then I parented both the gunshot wound and the candy cane to the tracker null object, turned on motion blur for all those layers, and created a mask around the candy cane that makes it come out of the hole in the neck, which I also heavily feathered to make it blend better and look kinda 3D. I didn't only use the lumetric colors effect on the candy cane as well to blend it with the clip, I also applied some Gaussian blur and the roughen edges effect on it. Then I also made the candy cane a 3D layer and hand animated just a little bit to make it seem like the candy cane turns with his head when he moves. The last thing we had to do for the candy cane was to go to the beginning and also hand animate it for 2 to 3 frames to go back inside the neck, and also adjust the mask accordingly for the step through motion. Then I also wanted to have some blood splatter, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a lot of struggle with this one. Besides not really liking the assets I had on hand, it was also really hard to track the scene itself, because of course the blood coming out of the neck can't be tracked to the neck, it has to be tracked to the scene. Same way as gun smoke on a muzzle flash can't be tracked to the tip of the gun, but has to be tracked to the scene itself. Eventually I did a mix of a little bit of tracking, a little bit of hand animation and some motion blur and lumetric color adjusting for this result. And the last thing I did, also with a mix of a little bit of scene tracking and hand animation, was drag a little bit of blood splatter to the vase in the background. Even though you can't really see it and it's really not prominent or sticking out in the scene, but I just had the urge to do it. Now add a little bit of color grading, sound effects, and you end up with a shot like this. Now that's it from this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and also consider subscribing right here for more videos just like this one. You can find the final horror short film right here, and you can find a tutorial on a POV box shot right here, also a tutorial from a shot happening in this short film. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.